Hello everyone, welcome on back to Riverbend Springs. Alright, so first things first, I'm just gonna get a worker put off in this field, do the fertilizing. We'll let them do their thing there. We do have 3 pallets of the prefab walls, so those will be getting brought down to the Grain Elevator Museum. There was 1 pallet of planks too at the small sawmill, so I figured I would put that on the pallet too. So yeah, it appears we'll get about 3 pallets of prefab per month. Not a ton, but it is what it is. Right now it's, obviously it was fairly full before I advanced a month. Because there was 1 deadwood contract in there, and then we put 1 like a live tree in there during the last video, plus I did another deadwood contract off camera before I went to the new month. So it was as full as it could be, but we got to keep it running fairly consistent if we want to try to get this finished. It looks so close to being done, yet it's so far. I think it's the last stage now. I think it's hard to say. I really don't know when it's the last stage. It looks to be fairly complete. It's just was missing a handful of things, about it. So $55,500 there. So we'll still need 6,000 liters of planks and 9,000 liters of prefab walls. Alright, so I'll bring this here. We'll probably have to load, whatever piece of equipment on the trailer to bring it back, because we don't have a front 3-point on this, so limited options, really. We'll get the seeds brought back finally, too. Been needing to do that for a little while, so it's good to finally do it. Alright, so what we are missing a mower, and then it would just be a baler to do hay. I think that's the only thing we're missing right now. Yeah, that's the one we usually rent. Is there something else in here that kind of piques my interest a little bit more? We don't have that big of a field, so it doesn't necessarily make sense to go after one of these larger setups. But we could go after like a 6-meter. For it's not that, $3,000 difference, and you get an extra meter. Might go with this one. Yeah, I think this will be a nice buy. And we're missing a baler, which I do have the Quadrat 1200 baler now. It's a little bit more expensive than even the cheaper round balers, but I do personally prefer square bales, and it's one of the larger sizes, so I think we'll go with this as well. Wow, there's a lot of options in here. Guess we'll go with high, and I guess it's the same price. Do that. Silage additive tanks. Interesting. A lot of options. So we'll actually have to worry about the twine and actually refilling it. Normally, we've just been, renting it, so we don't have to worry about it. So we'll have to, the twine, whenever we need to, we'll have to buy some. I think right now we probably have a decent amount on here for at least a little while, and I do need to collect that contract, and I did say there's actually a collectible up here. I noticed it when I went to do that contract, so we will be going up here real quick. See if I remember where it is. It's in, is it that shed right there? It's in a shed. Off of the path in the woods. I don't think it's this. No, it's not that. I didn't even check this, I guess, but can't go in it. There is a shed somewhere up here. If I can find it, that would be good. That's the end of the map. Where the heck did I find it at? Well, I know it's on a path. I guess I'll just follow the path. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I knew it was on a path. Didn't quite remember where. Right here. And there's 9 collectibles left on the entire map. That's kind of impressive. We don't have a guide or anything to... You know, I'm not using a guide to help me try to find these. And we've still managed to get, what, 21 out of 30? Alright, so let's get this hooked up, but we'll get switched over here because this will need to do the hoeing, like I said. We'll double check, make sure they did good. Yep, looks good. Now it's July. I don't think we have anything to sell because we sold soybeans last month. Alright, so let's get this lined up. We can start working on this. This is well, almost double the width of the old mower we were using. Well, we were renting it, but still should be a considerable amount faster. And you know, we'll get it tethered and everything as well. We don't have a need for these bales, like I said. We have quite a few on hand. It's just, hey, we have a down month right now, so let's try to get these going now instead of, you know, when we're full-blown busy with harvests and stuff. Lines up pretty good for that, I guess. But we have quite a few in the different sheds. There's a couple in the goat shed, and then there's a couple in the main red barn there. Well, I think I'll go ahead and start up a time lapse, so I'll text everyone once the time lapse is done. Alright, so just like that, this field is mowed and tethered. I did see that worker was done over there, so we'll still get this off the windrowed and baled today. Yeah, I can't store the mower folded up, so that's where it is right now. I don't quite know if we have a building it would fit in. Well, it might in that wider one, which is usually where we store the combine, which, I mean, the combine's not in there, so it could go in there. Alright, so it should be, yep, right over here. Alright, I think I'll have a worker do this. Well, they might also not do well, because I did go a little bit wider on the edges. So they might actually do that, not do that well in this field. And we'll double check here, make sure they did good. Yeah, that looks pretty dang good. Just as good as my own fields, so my own fields that I did. Still 35,000 liters in there. We'll get this accepted. Only 6. Kind of unfortunate, but we'll get that accepted. Is there any... Hoping there was like a hoeing contract nearby. It won't take that long to get this baled and windrowed, so we could add a contract in here today. Honestly, I think this might... It's right next to the store. Yeah. I could have probably not borrowed the items too, and it would have been fine. Same time, we get to test out a Veltra. I haven't used a Veltra tractor in quite some time, so it's kind of nice, honestly. I think the last time I used one, there might have been a contract here and there. Well, the last time I used one for a while would have been in Edgewater in FS22. Like, it's been that long ago. I mean, heck, at this rate, it's 2 years? Ow. I just realized it's been like 2 years. Time flies. Time flies. We'll just have a worker work on that. But yeah, dang. Quickly realizing just how fast time flies, I guess. I was about to say only a year ago, but then I was like, wait. A year ago, I would have been doing Zelonka. Honestly, maybe we want to get a larger windrower at some point. The problem is with the windrows is, I think I've said this before in Huton, is we kind of go from like 8-meter width to like, I don't know, it's like 14 meters or something, but there's like a gap in there for price. It's like $20,000, and then it jumps to like 65,000. It's like there's no middle ground in there, which is kind of tough. If I could probably show it. Yeah, 20,000 to 60,000 for not that large of a windrow upgrade. Like, to get an actual sizable upgrade from the 8.5, you'd probably want a 14, and that's gonna be 90-some thousand. So, yeah, kind of expensive. We definitely need some more windrowers in the middle there. I'm sure mods will obviously come and they'll fill it in, but it takes a little while. I'm sure in the next, couple months. I mean, recently it really feels like we've been getting a lot more mods. I'm sure in the next coming months we'll even get more. As the mod developers kind of actually get their hands on the tools to do the mods, and then obviously they gotta make them and stuff. So, get comfortable with any differences from the last Giants builder. Takes time, but hate to rush that kind of stuff too. So modders are definitely a large part of Farming Sim. I mean, without them, this game wouldn't be what it is. There's a lot of things that wouldn't be possible without modders. So, I mean, I don't think I could ever do a survival challenge if there wasn't for modders. I mean, you could, it would just be a lot more difficult. Because you wouldn't be able to start, it'd be such a large jump to get into any equipment. Just because base game stuff can be pretty expensive. I know I talked about it a little bit not too long ago in here. Now, I was looking into doing a survival challenge again, but I realized pretty quick it's going to be different from previous ones. I have to kind of change how I normally approach it. It's not going to be alright, let's immediately get a plow, create a field type of thing. It's, well, actually, we want to try to get greenhouses and stuff to get us money, because these pieces of equipment are a lot more expensive than what they were before. I still think it'll be possible, it'll just be a lot more challenging. Nothing wrong with that, though. It's in the name. Yeah, there'll be some differences from past ones I've done. Some of that's just the limitations that I kind of have to obviously work around. I think it'll definitely be possible. Like I said, just a little bit more challenging. Not sure when that'll come yet. Like I said, it'll probably be a little bit. Just doing the groundwork basically now, so. I'm looking at other maps as they come out, kind of see what they're about. I always got to look at what's coming out, you know. Alright, so we are back. Want to take a look at the mowing. Looks like they're doing pretty good. Yeah, they're doing the centerpiece now. It shouldn't take too long. There's a lot more turning around down there, but they're almost 60% complete, so. Alright, so let's get the bale size changed. 240, of course. Finally back to using square balers. Finally. Oh, I did not unfold it. That would probably help quite a bit, actually. I'll try to get the mod link for this down below. If it's not down there, then just let me know and I'll get it added. But oh, almost a full bale already. Full bale already off of one strip. Not too bad. Nice part is these bales will be 10 times easier to bring in and stack. That's part of the reason why I prefer square balers. They're just, the bales themselves are just easier to manage. Alright, so I think I'll just go ahead and set up a time-lapse for this. We'll get the baling finished here. And if the mower's still going, then maybe we'll hop over there and get that finished. But anyways, I'll talk to everyone once the time-lapse is done. Alright, so we are done with the baling, just like that. Yeah, a handful of small bits that are missed, but not too bad. I'll have to get this field cleared and I'll fertilize probably next time too. Well, we could probably fertilize it now. I've done it before with the bales in there, which, yeah, I've realized is not the proper way to do things, but you can do it. Yeah, I'm glad I switched the hitch type too. I started seeing it kind of almost drag back there. And I was like, what the heck? It's going a lot slower than what it probably should be doing. I was like, oh, I bet you it's the hitch type. So make sure you get that switched if you use this mod. If you have that issue, at least that's probably what it is. So. I'm sure with these taller tractors, it's probably going to be more of an issue versus shorter ones. 'Cause I think both of the Class and the John Deere are both large class tractors, I believe. Obviously, it might that might play a little bit of a role. I just get this filled up. Doesn't take too long. We can just get this fertilized. This way it doesn't get forgotten and it only has one layer of fertilizer when we go to cut it next time. Which might be a little while. We have quite a bit of hay, so I don't know if we really need to, at least for the foreseeable future. But at some point we'll have to mow it again. But we do have quite a bit of hay and stuff on hand, so it's not a huge need. The contract should be done here shortly, so pretty good timing, really. They're doing that shorter section, the smaller section at the bottom now. I'm sure that's probably a lot more turning around. Yeah, I figured it'd be just that little edge. Things like that every time. Every time I do it with a front loader tractor. There we go. Oh, we'll put this away. I'll sit for a little while. I don't think we have any use for it for a foreseeable future, at least. 99. Oh, contract finished. Well, hopefully the sawmill keeps working so we can get more prefab walls going. We have half a pallet right now. Obviously planks, which there's almost another one there, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So we'll have some more of those. We're still a decent ways away from being able to do more. I'm not selling the wood beams or the long planks for now. Not until those are like needed things, I guess. Oh, let's get this collected. $8,500. Pretty good. Anyways, that is about everything for today. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.